They should give you some type of discount on money you spent with them. All right, so what we doing? Good teams, sorry teams, medium teams. What we doing? No, go ahead and pick Alabama ass again. Want revenge on them bitches. Tired ass. Pick them bitches again. Got something for the ass. Yeah, LSU. What's wrong with LSU? They got 92 on offense. Hmm.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won,
Another
legends are
dabble
made,
bet
and
loss.
fields are named after them. Saban Field at
Oh shit,
Bryant-Denny
man.
Stadium, home of the
Sick of
Alabama
dabble.
Crimson Tide. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see
And
the
so
number
y'all going
9
to
team in the country,
Cancun.
the LSU Tigers, taking on
Ant-Man,
the
you can
15th
go
ranked team
fuck
in the
all your
West,
baby
the
mamas.
Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis. David
Rudy
Pollack and
Gobert,
Jesse
you gotta
Walker
let
with me in the
your
booth.
wife and
Guys, we are
your
ready to
baby
tee it
mama
up.
and kids back in. That pervert ass Alabama cheerleader, he looking up her skirt and shit. He wasn't trying to hold her up. He looking up her skirt, smiling and shit.
Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway.
What the hell we playing there, Alabama? You cheating motherfucker, man. Forgot my ass.
Fair catch called for and made.
Yep, yep, that game don't count. I'm like, the fuck, Alabama? And I seen the end zone say, drinking my, man, that damn liquor, that damn strong to hit you that fast. Man, splash of juice, a pinch of juice, half a cup of juice, I'll give a damn. Damn well we ain't playing no damn Alabama. Accident my ass. That motherfucker, that motherfucker tried had the screen shaking and shit. That motherfucker gonna have That motherfucker gonna have us playing the motherfucker in your backyard or some shit.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Alright, three people watching. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. A jet sweep pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And listen, they didn't get the huge playoff in that, but I love
I got 1, 2, 3 stars on offensive line. Superstar receiver.
Motion and just show them you're willing to complete it, but you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be.
Come on, man, block.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd
that superstar tight end too.
The visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other, man. You can feel the.
Hey, come on, man! He pushed me, man.
So talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Paul. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game.
What's up, Elliot?
Everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line, and the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really.
I got no stars on defense. What type of bullshit is this?
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Man, now 1 star on defense.
It's Milroe. Gets it out quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and he got enough for the first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coached these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end.
God damn! I'm tired of this dumbass tight end, Doopy, whatever the fuck his name is. You always saving your ass.
Sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the
his ass. Stop
I
that
think a
fucking
big part of this isn't necessarily
running
scoring a
shit.
touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot.
God damn!
And they break the seal on the scoring. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Well, congrats to OKC.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Oh.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive.
Come on, man.
So you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After getting knocked
These
back,
fucking Laker colors on and shit can't do shit.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier.
Come on, you fucking nutcracker, whatever the fuck your name is.
They line up and
That's my nutcracker, whatever the fuck his name is. Pissing me off.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Ah, come on.
We'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be
Dumbass corner had coming and hit me. Fuck up my throw.
And as a result, now 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
Get down there. Get this fucking fake ass fucking Wes Welker bastard.
Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He makes it.
He caught that bullshit.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
Nope.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as
What the fuck? Put your hands up!
On these quarterbacks.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Ah, man, I hate that fucking tight end, man. Catch every fucking thing.
Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Miller with the ball. Runs through a tackle. dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You start day
Hey,
one of
defense
training
is
camp running
ass.
base runs. You need a few yards, you run these
Stop
plays.
nothing
You
with
need a first down, you run these plays, you rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective.
Why you stop for?
Touchdown!
Fuck.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field
Fuck
and
this
reading
cheating.
coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Man.
Lining up to tack one more
Cheat,
onto that
man.
lead.
They defense is ass. They ain't got no stars on defense.
Pushes the lead to 14. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards.
Fucking Alabama got a fucking Pro Bowl team and shit. Don't give a damn.
Fielded in the end zone,
well,
it's
yeah.
Thomas.
Come on, block.
Down at the 22, he gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short.
They don't want revenge on this bastard. They fucking
LSU will
they
dive
some
into the
cheating
playbook here on
bitches.
offense. To say this has been
Look at all them
a
damn
slow
stars you got on
start is a bit of
defense.
an
1,
understatement,
2,
and they really
3,
need to get it
4,
going here,
5.
Jesse.
You got 5.
That's right.
Then
They're
there's
firing
3,
on
4
all
stars.
cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling.
Oh,
They need an
let's
explosive
go.
play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just
No,
the first
I don't want to hear that
so it's
5-star,
not maybe
5-star
what you
bullshit.
stars, but you gotta
I got
continue
1,
to
2,
pick
3, 4.
until you find
And
that
yeah, my
play
quarterback
or
is star
that
too,
scheme
but
that you can
damn,
use against this defense.
he ain't playing like no fucking star.
They'll run the option. The pitch.
Oh my god!
Penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Shit with
Man,
these
the defense
motherfuckers.
had that one completely bottled up, and he eventually
Shut
just
everything
had to
down.
find another play.
Yeah, I love the discipline on defense, too. Everybody where they're supposed to be. Everybody staying in the gap, so they just kept funneling the ball to the outside. Inevitably, that...
He tosses one high and deep down the
Ah!
and that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Still looking, on the move. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Yeah, gave Tracy all fucking medicine. You damn right. Shit, you do Kool-Aid shit all the time.
From inside the 10.
Nah, nigga, I'm the Kool-Aid king, nigga.
They'll
Nah.
dial up the run on
Yeah,
first and goal.
you the trick king, alright.
Much room, he gets one down
You
to the
trick
7.
king, alright.
Defense rolls up
You
deep
trick
in its
king,
own
alright,
end
I
on that
guess
last
that's
play.
good.
Now a second and long coming.
Trick king, alright.
He's looking to throw.
What the fuck, man?
There, and they couldn't make the completion.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback.
Shit.
You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under
Why the
pressure.
fuck open you
just gotta
overthrow
hit
it?
That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Needs to get it in the end zone on third and goal. He caught it.
Thank you.
He gets it in. Touchdown,
And,
Tigers.
no, it was the same play. It's a different play. No. Hey, it works. Scored. Like I said, I scored. It works.
On to attempt the
So
try.
I'm gonna stick with what I said. It works. If it ain't broken, why fix it?
And it's
I didn't. It wasn't the same play. I just changed his route.
They marched 78 yards down the field, and they closed the deal with the 7-yarder.
I had to fucking score. Shit.
About to kick it off.
I'll let you shut me out.
Touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll
Can't
start
let you
this
shut
drive
me
at
out.
their own 25. offense rolls onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all the
Get
stupid
that.
commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10.
Uh-huh.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Skips away from pressure. Going to try to get it in, and it's on the ground.
Ah!
And this
Oh, he's lucky the ball went out of bounds.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
They'll try to get it through the air.
What the fuck, man? He holding me!
Nothing but green ahead. Satan!
Bitch.
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd.
Fucking
And he'll
fast.
Touchdown, Alabama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop.
Fucking
running.
LSU defense is ass.
The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
No superstars on defense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense set for a first down play. On the move, it's Durham.
Oh my
They make
God,
the
this
stop,
running
and that
back
will
slow
likely
as
bring
fuck.
us to the end of the first quarter.
Can't even get at least 3 or 4 yards. Damn. I'm not playing with these bastards no more. Last time playing with these purple and yellow bitches. Purple and gold, purple and mustard. I don't give a fuck.
Second down now as they're ready to
What
go
they
back
sorry
to work.
ass. Come on. They ain't got no defense. Look at all the stars you got on defense. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fucking stars.
Grab behind the line. It's Durham.
You got more stars on defense than I got on my defense. I ain't got no stars on defense.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you
No
got to find a
fucking
guy
body.
that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. The option look. Now the pitch.
Look at this shit, man.
The option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How about the
They
defender
can't block. They can't do shit.
seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left
Thank
side.
you.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run.
Block him.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Thank you.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Thank you.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, LSU.
I'm down about a touchdown, yo. Let's get a fucking stop.
They hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Oh, shit.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts.
Yes! Give me that shit.
Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same calls. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Back to throw, it's Gus Meyer. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers
Come on, baby.
to cover. He's showing you his
Get your ass in there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Thank you.
And he takes it in for the score.
Thank you.
Touchdown by
Tie this shit up.
Boy, we've got offenses just
Tie this shit up.
done. I wonder how the defenses are going
Yeah,
to counter
tied
all this
up now.
They are too.
All the way back.
Wondering how they're going to counter this offense.
Fuck Alabama. Country Pleasant fucking ass state.
Such effort like that, offense is just, they got the upper hand.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just...
Get his
He
ass.
needs to get rid
Second
of
and
it.
28.
He needs to do something, and he will go
Kool-Aid
down.
ass shit.
Terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Pocket starts to correct.
Third
And
28.
he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs
Nope.
here.
4th down.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations. I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more
Stop
success.
ya.
Looking for a block. It's Thomas.
Yeah,
His
2
way
people
on the
chasing him,
return
too.
up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting
They get away from me.
right back to the hot hand. Now this offense ball has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback checking the play. The play action fake. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the
Get rid of
2-minute
it.
warning before halftime.
Take what the
3rd and
defense
long
give
from
you.
the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires one high and deep.
You piece of shit.
Through his fingers, incomplete. That would have
Fucking
been a
drop it.
huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Buys a little time. It's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on down.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit.
I like that timing screen.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the
Oh,
wideout.
God.
Man downfield.
Get this bitch.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Lets it go to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Leaves it with the back. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
What happened?
There wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Unleashes to the end
Nope.
zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly.
Go interception.
It's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy.
God damn.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Off the play fake.
Throw the fucking ball.
He took a hit as he threw it and
Fucking nutcracker, whatever the fuck your name is.
Fourth down's coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
Shit, yeah. God damn it.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives,
Exactly.
especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And now on second down for this offense. The DBs will back off a bit. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Unloads to
Oh,
the wide
thank
open.
you.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one.
Oh,
Nobody
damn
threw
right.
the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there.
Fuck.
He throws it, unfortunately.
I had to hurry up and get rid of this shit.
Bad decision by the QB there.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop. He's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll go to the air. Makes the catch. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
That was cooking with grease, baby.
Individual efforts, getting the catch, getting the foot down in bounds. He's now setting up his offense here for a potential touchdown on this very next play.
He's dropped
Come
behind
on.
the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Wants to throw for it on third and goal.
Touchdown!
Makes the grab in the end zone.
Big green.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Big green.
And how about the aggressiveness?
Nah, I got to leave. Fuck Alabama.
Put 6 on the board, time ticking
Sweet
down.
home
They
Alabama.
I love the way they put the hammer down. Now they have the lead going into the half, an extra point away from a 7-point lead.
Fuck, throw that bitch in there. You
Lining up to add
and
another.
all the way back and took the lead.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by...
Oh, look out! He's at the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
To the air, it's Milroe. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Oh my God!
Down, Crimson Tide.
Oh shit!
And they take it in for 6 more points.
All right.
He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point is good.
Oh my God.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Hands it off. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Are you fucking serious?
Close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And obviously on that 3rd down situation, the running game's in play. They go RPO, but how about the defense? They were ready for it up front. Good physicality setting up 4th down.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
1st down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground to the right.
God, block!
That's away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier.
God damn it, kids get away from him.
Just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
They're trying to get to it.
Yeah,
Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll keep it on the ground.
Oh,
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it.
son of a bitch.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Escapes the sack. Fires to
Man,
the right.
fuck that. I'm cutting this shit off. That was a fucking sack. How you gonna push me off?
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Blake McElroy and AJ
Fuck that. I don't
McCarron,
give a
guys
fuck
that
who
may
you
or may
think
not
he
have
is.
unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of him.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Milroe. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size.
Dummy,
Still
what
got
fucking
him on the
thing,
turf.
nigga. Sick
I'll
of
say
his
this,
ass.
man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off,
Dummy.
being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down.
Sick.
Great job form tackle.
They line up with some
Fucking getting open.
serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He'll just keep slinging it. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to run it.
Bitch.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
Feeling some heat.
Where you going this time?
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right.
What the fuck, man?
Field.
Fuck you get open.
Tie. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out at the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm.
Come on, man.
Someone's going to have to step up and make
Our
a play
bitches
here
can't
to
block
get this
for
thing going.
shit.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Oh,
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to
he
make
saw
the
it
catch. You
fast
got to
and
be able to
come
make that play.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to
Yeah.
punt for the 5th time
He about
today.
touchdown.
Makes
bitch.
the tackle really
Face
strong,
that.
disciplined job, and now we have one.
Man, I'm down by 7. Getting this bullshit off. Alright.
LSU 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. They go to the ground.
Oh, hell no. I'm cutting this shit off. I had to stop for a 7-yard loss.
36.
It's a point in the game, I think, as
Lay
a
there,
coaching
for
staff, where
bullshit.
you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Takes the handoff. It's Haynes.
Oh,
A run up the middle is stopped
Fucking
for no
right.
gain.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
fuck!
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I tell you, this defense and their front 7, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
Off play action on 1st down. Quarterback adapted. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy.
Damn right, shit.
Quarterback, he got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Nice job by the D, playing the pass
Break his
first.
fucking
QB
legs.
scrambles. It's the 4th quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thanks,
he
buddy.
needs
You
legs,
have to
bro.
waste the timeout. Nice job by the D.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking to buy time. Throws to the wideout.
Give me shit.
And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They're just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
On the ground, it's Durham.
Damn.
Bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Pulls it in. It's Lacy. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back.
Man, our offensive line is ass. For all them damn stars I got on here, y'all don't play like fucking stars. Ass offensive line.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back goes in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Durham. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just kind of give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They go to the counter.
God damn it! Come on!
Lose a yard on that one.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? Yeah, okay. I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier.
You piece of shit.
A defender all over him, knocked the ball to the ground.
Oh, fucking drop it, man.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown.
Catch the fucking ball, purple yellow bitch.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Oh, fucking ball! I lost.
They desperately needed to keep that drive
I fucking lost. This bitch won't throw the fucking ball.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Throws to the tight end.
Oh my God! Turn around!
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they
are Swiss cheese ass secretary.
He's been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to?
A shot toward the end zone.
How the fuck he catch that with 2 people on him?
That end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. He'll set up to throw. Flips it out to the back. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Fires into the end zone. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Hail Mary, you won the game anyway. Only got 14 seconds left.
And that stings. Your offense has a chance to salt the game away.
Go for the Hail Mary.
You're trying to make a play. You decide to throw the football, which we can talk about that decision later on down the road. But you throw the INT. Now
he's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's taking a deep shot. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice, because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get...
Yeah, I want the rematch. I picked LSU, sorry asses. Shitty ass defense. Can't cover a fucking cover.
The Kawhi, the Kawhi's not a superstar.
Oh, yeah, he's a superstar. Not, no, he's still a superstar.
Okay, at 12 as of 2025, he's not a superstar. I agree.
Yes, Kawhi is a superstar. He's an all-time great playoff riser. Come on, Miles, don't disrespect him like that, Miles.
So how can Luka and Joker be a superstar, bro? And literally they don't play defense, and their defense directly impacts their team winning and losing at times, bro. Explain that, Jay.
Because first, Jokic is a superstar because he was a 1-8 on a championship team. You can say his defense is not the best, but he had enough defense to lead them to the championship. So, like, what else can you do to be a superstar? Get more blocks. But Luka, I think he's also a superstar because he's been to multiple Western Conference Finals and the finals as a 1A player, leading his franchise to the championship. When you draft players, that's what you expect players to do. Lead your team to championships.
Well, actually, I saw Luka. First of all, he's playing with Kyrie Irving, and Lively and Gafford shut down the paint 2 years ago in the postseason. They were literally dominant. And if Luka is a superstar, then he couldn't even get past half court past Jaylen Brown, bro, who we know is one of the lowest IQ players in league history. And so I didn't see no superstar Luka versus the Boston Celtics. Don't superstars do super things versus super teams? I didn't see that versus Boston from Luka, bro. He got shut down, basically. Literally, bro. Literally.
Luka is not the best on defense, so obviously the Mavericks have to build schemes to try to hide Luka and maximize what he got on defense.
Do you ever think that Nash was a superstar?
No, I did not.
Steve Nash?
What about Magic?
You think Magic was a superstar, Moss?
Yeah, I did.
But you think Dirk was a superstar?
Well, hold on. Was his defense not good?
Absolutely, bro. Yes.
Was his defense not good? Dirk's defense was not good, Moss. Him Magic defense.
But listen, their defense wasn't the best, but it was Joker, bro.
Hold on, but James Harden is a superstar, Moss.
No, he was not, bro. Absolutely not. No. Close.
That's crazy.
I'm old school, Jay. Hey, Jay, I'm old school, man. So my
hold on. Was LeBron a superstar?
After 2011, no.
So you say LeBron after 2011 now was never a superstar after 2011?
No. Hey, Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So hold on.
If I say 2011, wait.
How can LeBron ever be a superstar by your definition? Because he choked in the finals before 2011.
I'm about to tell you, bro. Let me explain it. Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
If you're playing with two other elite players, bro, how can I gauge you? How good are you? How can I get a sense of your dynamic offensively, defensively, but you're playing with two other top 5 players in Wade and Boston. So how good are you?
College football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown.
It's a fair question. Okay, let me
We got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss
Rebels,
Rebels,
that shows the
taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson
He won
Tide. For
MVP
EA
with
Sports
2
College
great
Football, I'm
defenses.
Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing started.
And guess what? The Warriors are the best team in the West, but Katie and Steph, the same owners said that because Katie's playing with Steph, they can't win MVP.
Yeah, but their numbers were not. Who won MVP then? They were averaging 20 and 22.
Who was?
Steph and Kevin Durant.
And what was D-Wade and LeBron
Rebels will kick it away
25-26?
first.
Come on, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like, what are you doing right now?
1 year, 17. Who won the MVP 17 to 18?
And they desperately
I want
wanted
to say
to
Russ.
attempt to
Russ won
restore, but
17.
And
decided
Harden
not
won
to
And Harden won
take the
18.
touchdown.
Okay, so their numbers were not capable, like they were not up to par with Harden and Russ numbers, so they couldn't win it.
So why did LeBron win MVP playing with Wade and Bosh, which other elite players on his roster?
Because LeBron almost had
My system, Jay. You know that LeBron won it, and I believe it was it 2013, one of those years?
2012,
The OKC
2013.
Thunder, the OKC Thunder had the best record, and KD led the league in scoring. So why was he in it?
Because this just shows why you said LeBron was a superstar outside 20 minutes. LeBron almost had a perfect season. I think it was 2013 when he almost won MVP, Finals MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year, showing he played defense. So that's why you said
I don't care about no dude sitting inside of the room doing no shit about basketball going for awards, bro. And Jay, I asked you a question, bro. The Thunder led the league in wins that year, one of those MVP seasons, and KD led the league in scoring. Why wasn't Kevin Durant MVP? Over the Russians?
he was runner up. He killed. They thought LeBron had
5 stars on defense.
They were better players.
They'll snap it on first down from the
Hey,
35.
I'm coming
Might
right.
as well give it to him again.
You know,
For sure.
runs like this.
Yeah, I think we should get back on this. What them boys did today, or this whole season,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Y'all know SJ become, and I don't know where Ghost Sound at. Ghost Sound.
Oh yeah, that's really wrong.
Yeah, Ghost Sound. Ghost Sound left the street early. You know
Pass, it's
what I'm saying? But Ghost Sound is back to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
Ooh,
catch
it should have been picked off.
big time. He was on the stream early, and I try to get you to come on
He's
here.
not on the same page.
Yo, Mo.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, can I ask Jay a question?
Hey, what's up?
Yo, Jay, if SJ won this championship, right?
Yeah.
Do you gonna have over KD and Russell OKC
From the
players?
gun, wants to pass. Throwing right.
If it was a championship, I think I have him.
Oh, shit.
He has to be
And I love the awareness by the wide
in shorter
receiver on
time.
that play because I'm
While
not
putting
sure
up
that
to par.
route was supposed to be that deep. You got
So, and that
wonder if
only
the
means he's
receiver
gonna keep
decided
doing
maybe
it.
to
I don't see
adjust
him
the
stopping.
route a little bit
So by
to
then,
make sure
he's
that
gonna
he
have
got
the
the
same
first
amount
down.
of All NBAs, more All Stars than Russ. So he's gonna be crazy, and they might win 2-3 more.
The give is to Miller. And the defense makes the stop after a middle
Yeah, I
game.
respect it, bro.
Yeah, this is the thing you gotta understand, my friend.
Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground.
You gotta understand
Make
this,
away that
bro.
run game. Make
I
them
don't want you to look at
put
this.
them in passing situations. Really good job by the
SGA, what he did this season, he is about to do
After
something
picking up a couple
that
at
has
second
never
and
been
8.
done in a long time. And that's winning Finals MVP. That's winning championship. That wins a Western Conference MVP, first team All-NBA,
They'll run play action.
and also win a regular season MVP,
Starting to
while
feel a little
also
pressure.
winning a scoring title.
Trying to make magic
That's
with
an
his feet.
MJ
He
is
will
season.
step out of bounds, but not before
And if
the
he
big
leads
pickup
OKC
and a first down
to
for
the
this
first
offense.
championship ever,
quarterbacks are, there's
Yes,
so many
it's over
adjectives
Kevin
to
Durant. That's
describe
an
him.
over
Calm,
another
cool,
player.
collected, accurate, so
While
on and
also
so on.
being a
But
more
lot of times it's just smart, understanding the
versatile
situation, the
offensive
down and
player.
distance, and knowing where that first down marker is.
And he
Great job going
impacted
to
the
get
game
that
with
first
other
down.
ways,
New set
not
of
just
downs.
scoring.
Looking
So,
to go up top on first down.
like I sit there and said,
Unloads to the wideout.
SGA didn't have a creed on the ball.
God, man. Sick of this Kansas City
SGA
kid.
didn't have a nigga that come up and
Talk
get
about
that
a
creed no
great
shot.
way to start the
Mike
game and
Harden.
set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a
And yet
quarterback
he's getting
just
some
get
fight.
himself
But no other
into the
no
game,
other
get
guy that can
himself
get
established. You make a couple throws, you lead
put
your
some
offense down the
goddamn
field,
respect
you score
on
right off the
SGA
bat.
name.
Could not have been a better start
Y'all
for that
sat there and
QB.
said the Thunder were frauds. Y'all sat there and said the Thunder would not be here in May and June.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
Basketball players sat there and said that shit.
And the extra point is good. And
Find
it's
someone
7
that explains it up.
to a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off.
Want to take the next step with Activio? Then it's time to talk to your full-time fighter. With Activio, you need it.
That's right, NURX. In fact, Dr. Jake May is coming to Cleveland. He's from Cleveland and lives down in New Orleans as part of this great weight loss clinic and nutrition facility down in the Louisiana area. But he's a Cleveland guy. He loves all Cleveland teams. He's coming for a visit the first week of June. and he and I will get together next week to talk about things. Dr. Jake and the rest of the team at MenuRx, they work with you as an individual. In fact, Jake's going to be doing some testing, some metabolic testing on me next week. And if you wanted to have it done for you, then go to menu-rx.com, find out more about it. They do metabolic testing on you, find out what foods work. And no diet works. A diet can work well for me and not well for Dustin, vice versa. Everybody's body is different. People react differently to different foods. And so all these other diet programs that have, the same program for everybody makes no sense. That nobody's body works that way. And if you're not looking to lose weight, but you want to get in better shape, you want to know if you're eating right, you want to tighten up your body, whatever, there's all different ways they can help. One-on-one counseling, one-on-one conversation. And right now, if you sign up at menurx.com, you'll get a free year-long subscription to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show to see our overtime segments.
What the fuck, man?
Value absolutely. Go to menu-rx.com. That's menu-rx.com.
Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork was a little bit.
Pussy scared to catch the fucking ball.
Quarterback depth chart, guys. Is that what we're hitting on now? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So, according to Mary Kay Cabot, we have a list there.
I will take a second to pull it up here, but we have it. It is.
So Kenny Pickett,
Gabriel, Sanders, and then Flacco, and then Sanders at fourth.
Mike,
do with that information what you will.
Do you care about the quarterback depth chart right now?
It's not a depth chart. It's not a depth chart. What it is how the reps are going to be divvied up right now. Now, there's no depth chart right now.
Okay, that makes sense. So does Mary
answer the question?
Does Mary Kay? I don't know. Does she know this for sure, or is she speculating?
I believe it's speculation, but I believe it's speculation based on information.
Sure, she's well connected. Okay, so what do we make of it? Is this what do we think? Nothing, something? Does it matter?
It is May 28th at 11:22 a.m.
That's correct.
It is completely irrelevant what the perceived depth chart is, the practice hierarchy in terms of actually evaluating these guys. One player does, one player doesn't. None of this matters today. But I did have a little bit
right at the middle.
Yeah.
I personally do not believe Kenny Pickett's an NFL starting quarterback. I've seen enough in Pittsburgh. Maybe my mind will be changed. Kevin Stefanski can bring something out of him that we didn't see in Pittsburgh. But I am not under the belief that Kenny Pickett is at that level to play at the ground for any team right now at that position. But through every preseason depth chart, whatever we've heard from Kevin Stefanski, from Mary Kay, it's Pickett is the number one guy that everyone else will love. Is there a chance the Browns are trying to just prop up his trade value and put him in a position to where other people may think he's better, and he's in a position where, hey, Kenny Pickett's number one on the Browns depth chart. So when trade discussions come along, quarterback gets hurt, New Orleans may need a guy later because they lost Derek Carr.
No, I don't think I don't think so. I don't think it's for trade value.
Come on, man.
Kenny Pickett has some value, some upside, I should say, probably more so than value, that he could still be a starting quarterback in this league. I'm kind of with you that I probably don't think that he's the answer for the Browns at quarterback, but he was a first-round pick. I watched him play a lot of great college football at Pittsburgh. He's a talented kid. He's a very athletic kid. I think he's got a chance. You put him with, everyone hypes up Stefanski as the quarterback whisperer. Well, he's got a talented kid here, so let's see if he can help him turn it around. They got two rookies. They got a veteran. They know what Flacco's going to do in these OTAs or even training camp. It's going to prove to the Browns that we know he can play. We know he's limited in what he can do. We know he probably won't make it through the entire season. But Flacco is kind of that emergency. Like, he can play quarterback for this team. Keep the ship. Pickett could be the answer. Gabriel could be the answer. Sanders could be. Those guys are going to compete their asses off. See if the Browns have to go back to the draft next year. Most likely they will, and draft a quarterback in the first round. That's why they did the Travis Hunter deal.
Yeah.
They've told us that they're not really trying to win this year.
Yeah. But it is still, on some level, mixed signals, because if you're not trying to win this year, then you would just go with the rookies right away.
No.
It's continued.
Yeah.
And listen, they're a third-round pick and a fifth-round pick. It's very unlikely that these guys will be ready to go early in the season. Maybe at some point. And the other thing is, if you really truly thought that Gabriel or Sanders, by the way, was the answer, you wouldn't take 2 rookie quarterbacks. You're throwing darts. You're trying to have as many swings of the axe at trying to find the answer at quarterback, because if you want two guys with 40 reps, so what if you wanted Gabriel, let's say you thought this guy was going to be the answer. Yeah. You're not supposed to reps of rookie. No, you want to get as many reps as possible. Instead, you're saying, well, let's let these guys kind of divvy up the reps, boom, 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 and find out what they can do. That's what they're telling us they're going to do.
All right. So in response to first your thing,
get his ass. Silly motherfucker.
I think most of the league looks at Kenny Pickett as like, yeah, we started but he's not. Like, again, he hasn't played enough that we know 100% certainly how good he is. Right. But I think the general consensus is probably the best case scenario with him is he's a serviceable starting quarterback. I don't think that's not going to get it done. No team wants to be in a situation where you're between the 20th and 30th best quarterback in the league. That puts you in a bad spot.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again.
He does OTAs or even in preseason, it's not going to change anybody's mind on what his trade value is. No. They're not. Joe Flacco's not getting first.
Man.
Said everybody
got his man quickly. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short game.
Yeah.
Offense gets set for second down.
Yeah.
I just had some experience. I said I told him about it. I was just throwing it out there as
from the gun, running back gets the game.
Damn it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Flacco's off to the side because you know what you got with him.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down.
He would be here, and then you look at the other 3 guys,
and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
Pickett the reps first because he has experience in the league, and the other 2 don't. It's that simple. And yes, I think in some ways fans are thinking about this Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders situation as if one of them's going to be the quarterback. We don't know if either of them are any good. We don't know if either of them is an NFL quarterback. We have no idea.
Start the drive here with first down to open this period.
You can say whatever you want about Shedeur Sanders.
He's going to pass.
Shedeur Sanders did
excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense are always trying to get some tips, breaking the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking the football, forcing the invitation.
He dropped out in the first round because nobody that needed a quarterback in the first round thought he was worthy of the first round pick. Now, once you get past the first round, he dropped further because he off the field stuff until he got in trouble.
Well, that's why this running game
he's got a lot of baggage, right? And that's why he dropped first. But
if
teams thought he was a first round quarterback, so he's not a first round quarterback, or at least he's not perceived as.
Right back to the
are a team full of quarterbacks that are not going to lose the first round that turn out that they should have been. Not many though, and we'll see if he can be one. Same thing with Dylan Gabriel. Nobody thought he was a late third round pick for a reason. Most teams didn't think he was that good. All the teams that needed a quarterback, two times if not 3. So again, both these guys are long shots. If you're a quarterback trying to play action, you're a long shot.
Looking for the end zone.
So
you dropped it.
Fingers in, complete. That would have
been a huge gain if he could have these guys, he was a first round pick.
Wow,
shit. Not in a great situation.
That was a perfect throw into the end zone. He gave his guy every opportunity.
Again, for me personally, I've seen nothing of Kenny Pickett in the NFL that makes me think he's going to be good.
He fucking dropped it like a little bitch.
No one thought Geno Smith was going to be good.
Nobody thought Geno was going to be good. I'm not convinced he can win.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
A pretty decent quarterback, certainly better than what I think Kenny Pickett is.
Yeah.
And obviously late development of Sam Darnold plays ball. By the way, I don't want to hear about Baker.
Damn it!
He ended up losing
some here now. He's obviously a lot better in Tampa. He wasn't
like those guys on there. So
I'm excited to see. So today's the first day that OTA's going. Jason Lloyd, who's on tomorrow, is out there. He'll be out there. Zach Jackson's coming on tomorrow. We had Zach Jackson on after the first rookie OTAs or rookie camp, whatever you want to call it. Remember, Zach was the only person last year who was accurate in his reporting of what he saw from the quarterback this week camp. So we'll get you guys like the eyewitness reports from OTAs tomorrow. I'm excited to see these guys going to back.
Yes,
like, this is the first time we see both rookies plus both veterans in some sort of legitimate competition. And after rookie camp, Stefanski said, we have 4 options we need to. I don't believe when he says 4 evaluate because they already know what they have Flacco, but we're going to add some competitive passing to our practice structure to make sure each of these guys is getting enough reps that we can get a read on. And who knows what the media will see, not see how much they'll show versus not show in the one day that it's open to the media. But I'm excited to see these guys actually go to battle. Gus Stevens be done instead of any competition either breaks the best out of people or breaks the worst out of people. You see some of these throws, guys throwing on air in shorts, they're all supposed to look incredible in these situations. The Browns wouldn't post a bad throw in this situation when no one else is there. And 2, there's no pass rush. There's no offensive line. There's no defense. All these throws should look perfect, and they were yesterday. Now we'll see when it's one guy, then the next guy, then the next guy. What they're ready to do.
Are they really competing, though, at this point? Like, it is all on
No.
I mean, players, quarterbacks, absolutely. Remember, it's not just like, oh, that pass was good just because he's wide open. It's like, did he throw it the right time? Did you take what we just taught you in the classroom, practice field? So you're more, frankly, you learn a lot about how quickly these guys, especially quarterbacks, how quickly they can take something, the coaches will install it, they'll say what they're going to do, they look at the script, they go out there to the practice field, and if they execute it, that tells them that they may have something, especially upstairs. Like, the mental approach to this game for rookies and young players is, at that position, so much more difficult. The learning curve is so steep.
So Kevin Stefanski did an interview. I forget if it was with ESPN Cleveland or 92.3 last Friday. During one of those 2 interviews, he was asked, what are you looking for?
Watching his
quarterbacks. He said the most important thing in OTAs, there's no pass rush, is if a guy makes a mistake on Tuesday, we're going to put him back in that exact same situation. How does he respond? Does he learn? How quickly can he process and say, this was wrong now, or wrong yesterday? How do I make it right? And that's the stuff I do think you can pick up in these circumstances where there's no pass rush. Oh, you're right. It's all going to change the line bullets or flying. But that's the kind of stuff you can pick up from these rookies, from these younger guys, from a Kenny Pickett. I don't know if Joe Flacco's necessarily called for that camp with 20 years of experience in the NFL, but Ken Pickett make a mistake on Tuesday, figure out what was wrong, diagnose it, and fix it for once. I do think there are some tangible improvements you can see from these guys.
Do you, when you talk about quarterbacks, pardon me, and how much work that is this time of the year, are these guys?
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in the last possession. You've got
I remember my
and your defense is set
like
for the position
pretty fast. They threw a lot at you.
It's
been a couple of days, and then
get a few first downs
showed up the mandatory stuff.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was the fence.
You out?
And remember, I mean, there's the pads.
All right, bro. I'll hit you tomorrow.
But I mean, it was like, dude, it was like traffic on I-10. And you're like, it's like,
it's my last game. I'm surprised.
They put me out there with the ones. Yeah. The first day, put me at free safety. I'm out there with Darren Sharper on one side. I look across, it's like Dante Culver, the quarterback, and I'm looking outside and I'm seeing these receivers who I watched play in college and pros when I was a kid. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Right. And I felt like I had cement shoes on because it was moving so fast. So
it creates a level of anxiety for a younger player. No matter
no player has seen
looking to throw it.
No matter what level of college.
That's an example.
Nothing like
this.
Yeah, because there may be a handful of guys you play with and against that have that speed. But in the NFL, everyone.
Yeah, and there's 10 more things to think about.
Right. Did you go into before you had that moment? You're like, oh my God, all the stress is here. Was there a lot of anxiety leading up to that? Did you think it was going to be that stressful?
I mean, honestly, I was more concerned about like my physicality and like would I be big enough and all those things. And I was fast. I was fast and quick enough. I mean, that was fine. I just thought that when I had to start thinking about what we were installing, and then I have like 19 checks before the ball is being snapped, and then I remember who I'm looking at, who's number one, what if he disappears and he becomes number one, and I got to, as you look at my, like, there's a million things. It's slow. When you're thinking, it makes you like everything moves so much faster too. So it's challenging, and these guys, it's good. It's a good thing. And if the players are...
God damn!
They all see. I'm really looking forward to talking to Zach Jackson. I feel like in terms
on the way into this.
Yeah. What do you have to say so far?
I mean, he's excited about Reeves this year. It looks like he throws the ball like an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
But, these guys all have a long way to go. Yeah. Gabriel's very small.
Yeah.
That's obviously why he wasn't drafted that high.
Moving the running back.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... We're all excited about what's going to happen with the quarterback position. It hasn't been that for a while now. Right. They've had Deshaun and Dan Baker. But prior to that, I mean, this is like... And it's just like the Super Bowl season of the Browns. Because it's all about the draft, about the offseason. It's about the hope of the upcoming year. Absolutely. It's been, how many years? 8 years.
About real quarterback competition.
Third and long coming up here.
Zach is not like someone who gets overly excited about things, as you know better than anybody. So, like,
the team's going to be good this year.
Right, no, but the fact that he's like kind of excited and he's got his eye, he noticeable that's going better. That's caught my attention because, as Mike said, like everybody else is talking about Sean Watson played well last year. Zach kept saying he looks like crap.
Honestly, I mean, Zach's a friend of mine. Yeah, it has been for a long time. But no one speaks the truth like him.
He just knows football.
And he knows the game. Yeah. The guy watches a zillion college football.
Yeah.
High school, college, every the guy just knows ball.
Right. Yeah, no doubt about it. So that was my second bar on that on.
Before we move on, I have crafted around social media a lot.
Yeah.
I thought they put out maybe the best piece of content, and this is actually being serious.
That's what we got. Most of their schedule release.
I was worse. And we put the Judkins video.
Let's talk about Judkins. That's our next topic.
Well, it was all with this, but if you guys can see it, they this is the best piece of content they have ever put out, and it's a very low bar. But when you come to training camp videos, the movement with a player like that, as opposed to just the stagnant, let's take a wide shot on the phone and let it go. Yeah, the ball is called.
They don't. I like that.
I didn't know if we were moving on. I just wanted to give a shout out for actually doing something other than the absolute bare.
There's your starting running back.
It looks like you're starting running back.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's a great shot.
We're all going to miss Nick Chubb, but it is exciting with this new running back. Young guy.
New weapons. It's better than running back.
Well, but the thing is with the running back, like,
they're going to run it.
Your quarterback, if your quarterback stays hard for a wide receiver to make a impact for rookie, we've seen it. And like a guy like Josh Forrest, whatever, Malik Neighbors, sure. But running back, like your quarterback cannot be good, and you can still make a huge impact as a rookie. And running backs, more than any other position, get the ground running. Like the best, so often, like almost every great running back in at least modern, as long as they have the opportunity the first year, we're great right away. You don't see a lot of running backs who are like
year 7, like
that's wait till 7 years. The only time that ever takes a running back some time is if they didn't get the opportunity right away. Like Derrick Henry, for his first year or two, he didn't carry the ball very much. It's a while now. Nick Chubb, even the first didn't carry the ball.
What the fuck? God.
Basically the best running back in football, almost. Saquon Barkley.
Oh shit, man.
That we're not like
didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by formation.
Held their second OTA practice today here in Maria. The first one that was open to us, so it was our first chance to see the quarterbacks. Mary Kay, I know, Kevin Stefanski says it over and over again. The order doesn't matter. Don't get caught up in the order. let's get caught up in the order a little bit. It was Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. Kind of varying. Kenny Pickett was going first during some individuals. Joe first during team drills. Dylan Gabriel went ahead of Shedeur Sanders. We didn't see necessarily as much of Shedeur today. So, I don't know. Maybe the order doesn't matter, but I think the order does matter.
I think so, too. Let's look at the 11 on 11s to start with. For the very first 11 on 11, and there were two, Joe Flacco went first, and Kenny Pickett went second, and the rookies didn't get a chance to get a snap in that period. Then they did a second 11 on 11, and Kenny Pickett went first in that one. Dylan Gabriel went second. Shedeur Sanders was kind of left out of getting any of the 11 on 11s. But, of course, as Kevin Stefanski said, don't read into it because each day is different.
He lost one down the sideline.
And
he reels it in.
Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel,
Dart him up, baby.
Shedeur Sanders, most part, when they are in the key team drill. Try to confuse us.
He just had a kick off a turn for a touchdown.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that shit.
Obviously, we have to always acknowledge there's just things we don't see because we're not here for every single OTA practice. We don't get to see every single drill at all. These practices, but it does tell us something. The order of these quarterbacks, especially when Shedeur Sanders, who obviously is the center of attention, just isn't getting as much work as the other guys because he is going forward.
Yeah, less overall work for him today. Really no work with the ones that I saw in team periods, especially with him. Like,
come on,
I know
man, push me.
Too much into it, but it's kind of impossible not to when you consider, like, hey, this is a competition. You want these guys to be getting reps with just about everybody. So I think it is notable that we didn't see him getting those first team reps today.
Okay, now, one guy we did see get a lot of reps was Jerry Jeudy, and he picked up right where he left off last week. He had his first 1,000-yard season. We know that Joe Flacco is sitting next to him. They have lockers next to each other. Mary Kay, it was very encouraging with all the questions about this receiving corps that we saw a very good day from Jerry Jeudy today.
It was a very good day from Jerry Jeudy, and it did remind me a little bit of looking out there and seeing Joe Flacco go to Amari Cooper. They just had an instant connection, and I think it's going to be very hard not to notice that during these spring practices and training camp. And overall, I thought Joe looked the best out of all of the quarterbacks. He just looks comfortable. He looks comfortable. He knows the scheme. He knows the system. Now, we do know that it's early. It's early. Kenny is just learning everything about this place, this staff, this personnel. But I think that Joe was sort of the
when
early.
you go back and you look at games, a lot
Now,
of times
Ashley, when we talk about Jerry, obviously, I think it was Kenny right before his presser, maybe like his early an early answer. He was like, maybe we should just keep throwing the ball to Jerry Jeudy. Having a guy like that, again, especially with all the questions about the receivers elsewhere, having a guy like that is so important for these guys to express.
Yeah, I believe like the exact quote from Kenny Pickett was he's an easy guy to throw the ball to. I think you saw that today when I watched Jerry Jeudy today. It seemed like he was catching everything, no matter who was throwing it to him. And I thought it was funny to hear him talk about Joe Flacco today because obviously him and Kenny Pickett had a relationship before Kenny got here. They trained together in the offseason. They worked really well together. But Joe, somebody brought up the quote from Amari Cooper in 2023 where he said Joe Flacco throwing the football is like watching poetry in motion. And Jerry cut the question off and was like, yeah, I know exactly what that means now. It's this very immediate understanding he heard that phrase. So that was interesting. And he talked about all the first quarterbacks and Amari thinks everybody's working. So it was interesting to get a receiver perspective on that today.
Now, of course, at OTAs, one of the stories, the guys who are not two guys that stood out. One of them not a surprise because he normally doesn't show up. That's Myles Garrett. Post on his Instagram. He is in Tokyo, so he obviously is not in Korea at the moment. Deontay Johnson is also not in. Now, again, with the caveat that we don't know when these guys are here all the time. We don't know why they might not be here. Very good. It's a little surprising to see that Deontay Johnson is not.
It was surprising, and we don't know if he has some reason, if he has an excuse, or if he just decided not to show up. If he just decided not to show up, that's not a good decision for him. Because even though it's voluntary, and we all know that, he needs to be here. This is his last chance to prove that he belongs in the NFL and that he can do every single thing that a team needs him to do. I've been writing this and saying this for a very long time. about him. So if he doesn't have a good excuse for not being here, he needs to get here as soon as he can. This team that he means business.
Yeah, I mean, Ashley, obviously Kevin reiterates over and over again that it's a voluntary program, but we know that for a lot of guys, it's not really a voluntary program. If you want to make this team, man, it really helps you to be here. So again, not knowing why Deontay's not here, but if there's not a good reason for it, then you hope he gets here and you hope he can kind of show why this team is rolling nice.
Yeah, and I think, number one, for his own sake and where he's at in his career, right? He was bouncing around between 3 different teams last year. As Barry Case written and said, this is kind of like the last-ditch effort to revive his career at this point. But I also think, like, you can make the argument that the number 2 spot behind Jerry Jeudy, like, that could be an open competition between him and Ced Tillman at this point. And Ced Tillman was here working hard today. Obviously, we know he missed the last 6 games last season because of a concussion, but Ced was in here putting in work, so you would hope that if there's not a real reason for him not to be here, that maybe we'll see him here next week. Maybe he'll be here as soon as, like, tomorrow or whatever, whenever they have their next practice session.
Okay, that'll do it for our first OTA practice. One more for sure we get to watch next week. Then it's mandatory minicamp. Then it's another OTA week after that. We'll cover everything that we see here, all of it, at Cleveland Icons.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Give to the single back. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll call for the fair catch here. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Dart. He's got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll throw on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Across the 15. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They move the tight end all over. Going to the running game.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. To the ground with the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they got an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go...
Touchdown, Rebels! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ball.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. Escapes trouble. Buys a little time
Bitch still in fuck. This Kool-Aid ass shit.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45.
Oh, push me off.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide,
Heat on his
think
ass.
about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though,
Put some heat on his ass.
so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside.
Piss me off with that Kool-Aid ass shit. Pay for that shit.
All this movement in football now, all this stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Hit your ass this time.
They might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, that Kool-Aid ass shit.
Coming into the game, that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He'll throw one to his right. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Everybody needs a little...
Oh, hell no! That's some bullshit!
Look, you want to make
I popped the fuck.
You want to get pressure
I popped the fuck out of his ass, too.
Close, but just a tad late.
Oh, shit, man. You gonna pay for that shit.
And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Looking for a man. It's Milroe.
Drop that shit.
It right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Scrambling away.
No.
They're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Wants to go up top. Pocket starts to collapse.
Kill his ass.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this.
Fuck out of here. Sick of y'all Bama bitches.
They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Parrish. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
I can't believe it hold me like that. Good job. It's alright. It ain't your fault. I'm just gonna have to tell Jobs. I'm just gonna not tell him. And like Burton said, a little before Cruz, a little bit day before Cruz, telling me he got family emergency.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught in the backfield. It's Parrish.
Fuck.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, he drops the throw. With the catch, it's Harris. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts when you're trailing late in the ball.
I think I feel about Alabama.
Get them to third down. Get them to those critical points. Get the first
down.
You don't have many left. You better get aggressive. And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense, I'm guys to the box, anticipating to give this guy touches today.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now third down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Throws to the wideout. Way to get a hand in there and force the incompletion.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it back. It's Adams. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Rolls onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's moving out of the pocket. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes.
Watching his hands.
Catastrophic loss on that play.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called.
Damn right. Shit.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, it's Davis. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line.
Man, I'm thinking, man, they gonna at least let me work. The lady said, "Oh yeah, that'd be fine." Next you know, work 12 straight weeks.
They missed an opportunity to extend.
Man, they could have looked out. I mean, like what the hell? Like, why ask me if I have anything coming up? Then why ask me this?
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation.
Why ask me?
You're still winning.
I mean, I'm keeping it real with you. I'm going on a cruise. So you tell me, you gonna tell me I can't go somewhere where I paid for already? Man, fuck out of here.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they'll
I'm just about to do this food delivery shit for now until I find another job. Yep. I'm gonna do this shit and see how much money I can make. I'm gonna ask the person whoever I'm getting the bag from, how much money can you make doing this per week?
on this guy to pick up
Bet not sit
solid yardage when they need
fucking
it.
bullshit. $600. That's a waste of fucking time.
He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that.
I don't know. They should pay at least more. I'm pretty sure they're paying more than $600 a week.
Understanding circumstances, right at you, trying to keep that clock moving.
I'm telling them, keep giving me orders until y'all have no more orders to give. Shit. I'm gonna tell them.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, man. No doubt the offense at this point grind you down now. They're going to try and run the football. They're going to try and bleed the clock.
They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Thrust that arm out. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
Grind them all down, baby.
Come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Right.
Looking for a gap. It's Parrish. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. Big fullback's got it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking downfield, it's Dart. A little release to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch past the sticks. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a
kryptonite. I mean, Mississippi's a kryptonite.
He had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And off to Jones. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a...
Touchdown, Ole Miss!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. comes that Alabama offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Off play action. He's going to fire deep. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. The 40. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They'll give it to the back. And that is how we will wrap this one up. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
Defense came on big in the second half.
You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes, but at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Okay, what's up? All right, man. You have a good night, man. You hear anything on your jobs, let me know.